I am Dr. A. Muruganandam, Aniyaviyal Thurai Udavi Perasiriyar, Assistant Professor of Commerce, PG and Research Department, GTN Arts College. Today we discuss about the major part of import and export documentations. This is one of the subject to the second year. It is a skill paper to the second year student. We discuss about the import and export. The various components I will be taken for the discussion in this video. You go for first level. திருவள்ளுவர் திருக்குறள் அதிகாரம் வலியறிதல் குறள் எண் 475 பீலிப்பெய் சாகாடும் அச்சு இரும் அப்பண்டம் சால மிகுத்து பெயின். திருவள்ளுவர் 3000 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாகவே வியாபாரத்தினுடைய நோக்கத்தையும் அதன் பயன்பாடுகளை பற்றியும் 2 வரிகளில் 7 சிறுகளில் சொல்லியுள்ளார். அதை இந்த எபிசோடில் நான் உங்களுக்கு சமர்ப்பிக்கிறேன். ஆங்கில வழி எபிசோடாக இருப்பதால் தமிழில் மட்டும் திருக்குறளை பற்றியான ஆய்வை சொல்லிவிட்டு அதற்கான ஒரு பொலிவுரையும் சொல்ல கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கின்றேன். மயிலிறகு ஏற்றிய வண்டியே ஆனாலும் அதன் பண்டமும் அளவோடு ஏற்றாமல் அளவு கடந்து மீதியாக ஏற்றினால் அச்சு முறியும். வியாபாரம் செய்யும் பொழுது வெளிநாடுகளுக்கு செய்தாலும் சரி உள்நாடுகளுக்கு செய்தாலும் சரி அளவோடு வியாபாரம் செய்யும் பட்சத்தில் அது பயனுள்ளவையாக இருக்கும். அவ்வாறு செய்யாத பட்சத்தில் அந்த வியாபாரம் என்பது முற்றுமையாக செயல்படாத கருதப்படும் என்பதுதான் இத்திருக்குறளுடைய பொலிவரை. வியாபாரம் செய்வோர் அனைவரும் இதனை முன்னிறுத்திக் கொள்ளலாம். வெளிநாடு வியாபாரமானாலும் சரி உள்நாட்டு வியாபாரமானாலும் சரி அதை செய்யும் பொழுது கடைபிடிக்க வேண்டிய ஒரு செயல்பாடாக இத்திருக்குறளில் சொல்லப்பட்டிருக்கிறது என்பது என்னுடைய கருத்து. We go for the subject matter. Meaning of international trade: buying or selling of goods beyond geographical borders of country, also referred to as foreign trade or external trade. We do for trading work from outside the country, that is for outside the area of the country. For example, you are doing business in India, you do the business to other countries. Other countries means other nations. It is called foreign trade. Another one is called as, one definition is given by Robert Bennett: international business involves commercial activities that cross national frontiers, national areas. Beyond the national areas, it is called international trade. You go for another slide. Importance of international trade. Why it is importance? We do for international trade. Why it was important? First point is point out. There are various importances available. I will take some more points for the discussion in this project. One is called as an import order or indent, document through which importer order for supply of required goods. When I am required, when I am means the businessman required a goods from foreign countries, we sent a intent. Intent means consist of various disciplinary, various descriptions. It is intent. What are the goods is required? How many items are required? It should be tell us an intent. Intent means it is request. Sent to a foreign countries. You purchase a machinery, you purchase some other articles or some other services, you given an intent. It is called import order or intent. That word was mentioned in the international trade. Another word is called export invoice. What do you mean by export invoice? That is a bill concept is called as an export invoice. We are doing for business from other countries. If you are sent a bill, it is called as an export invoice. It means seller bill information about goods. What are the goods sold by the seller? You mention the goods also. Types of goods, description of the goods also mentioned in the invoice bill. A number of units, you go for in unit concept or go send for kg concept or a number concept. You see all the matters are involved in the export invoices. It is invoice means a selling bill concept. Another one is certificate of origin. What do you mean by certificate of origin? Where the goods is manufactured, where it was manufactured, in which year it was manufactured, in which country is manufactured, which company is manufactured. It is called certificate of origin. When you produce a particular product, you send for other countries, you produce for a particular product, sent for other countries, it is given by certificate of origin. Specify the country in which goods are being manufactured or produced, what area should be mentioned in this matter. Another one. Problems of internal trade versus international trade. Internal trade means within the country is called as internal trade, outside the country is international trade. You've taken us various different problems with the internal trade and international trade. That is the sum of the problems I pointed out in this project, in this PPT. It is called as first internal trade problems. Difficult in selling reliable distributors. This is the first problem. Distributors means who received the goods. What are I means the concern is produced, that received, that difficulty about distributors identification. Second, for internal trade, lack of negotiation power. Negotiation means bargaining power. Another one is for poor organization of export department. Poor organization means minimal level organization. It is called as a poor organization of export department. Another one is inability to access information. Collecting information is reliable information, not at all received. You are receiving information, inability, it is insufficient. Another one is for internal trade, short international experience. Experience is the major component for a particular business. In internal trade, the experience low level is received. You go for another concept is for international trade. You doing for international trade, what are the problems faced by the company or faced by a particular manager, particular person? It is for 5 points are pointed out in this one. One is for exhaustion of resources. Resources means reliable sources. Reliable source is exhaust. Go for international trade, resource is available for men, money, material, it is a sources. That source is exhaust. Or the blow of infant industries. Infant industry means a newly started industries cannot be entered into international trade. The newly started businessman cannot sell the product to abroad the area. Dumping means is goods are produced in our end, it was sent to other countries, it is a very problems. Another one is the diversification of savings. Savings means accumulation of product, it is very difficult. You are sending various countries, it is very difficult. Last point is declining domestic employment. Employment means job opportunity is low level. Then these are the problems faced by the international problems by the businessman doing for international business. Another concept is, I will tackle as another concept, letter of credit. When doing for import trade and export trade, that is the major document is called as a letter of credit. There is the various formation of document, either for import trade and export trade, we use for letter of credit, various components are used. One is for sale contract, another was shipment contract, another was IC applications, another was a document resources, and issue letter of credit, and a document control, payment release of maturity, and the presentation of documents to issuing bank, advising bank, issuing bank, advising letter of credit, and presentation of documents. When go for importer, do for importing work, you for exporter, these are two documents is must for the letter of credit. One is for sale contract and the shipment contract. When do for an importer to export, you given for sale contract. Importer to exporter to import, your shipment contract. This is the letter of credit must. Another one is for importer to issuing bank. When go for importer to issue bank, it is for LC applications. LC application means letter of credit application given by the importer to the issuing bank. Issuing bank may be in India or outside India, whatever it may be, or other countries, whatever it may be. When you purchase an Indian product, you sell for other country, there is a bank is available. This bank as issuing bank it is called. When doing for export concept, it is doing for export concept, document resources. Document resources is must. Another one is an exporter to advising bank. Advising bank is a bank given advice to the exporter why the goods are sent or not, what are the purpose of sent or not. It is received the money from the that particular country. These are the advice given by the advising bank. He received two concept. One is for advising letter of credit. Another one is for presentation of documents credit. This is the for issuing bank to advising bank. The issuing bank required issuing letter of credit. The advising bank issue for presentation of documents of issuing. These are the letter of credit when the exporter as well as importer doing for this business. Another is called as export procedures. What are the procedures adopted in the export? What are the procedures should be added? You go for this procedures is step by step. What are the requirements? It should be go for what are the requirements. One is for receipt of enquiry or selling quotations. First document is required. Receipt of enquiry as well as sending quotations. Quotations means requirements. What are the materials available in one? It is called as sending by the reply. It is called quotations and enquiry level. Another one is for receipt of order or indent. Indent means already tell invoice. And then assessing credit worthiness importers and securing a guarantee of payment. Credit worthiness, credit capacity, it is called as repaying capacity. Repaying particular capacity is available or not. It is assessing the credit worthiness of the importer as well as guarantee of the payment. Payment may be received as a guarantee. It is an agreement between the importer and the exporter. As well as obtaining export license. A license is must when sent a goods from other countries without having export licenses. We cannot do for export businesses. You go for another level. Import procedure. Before that you go for export procedure, it should be reliable to the import procedure. We are importing the goods from other countries. We do for various procedures, various steps adopted by a particular businessman, particular business company. One is for obtaining import licenses. When go for export trading or export procedures, export license is must. When doing for import business, import license is must. Trade inquiry is must. Obtaining foreign exchange is must. Placing an intent order is must. Opening letter of credit is must. Receiving shipping document is must. Appointment of clearing agent is must. Fulfilling of customer formalities. Another taking delivery of goods. Last one is settlement of import bills. When go for import procedures, we are having the following documents, following steps should be taken by the importer. One is for as an import licenses, trade inquiries, foreign exchanges, intent order, letter of credit. These are the documents having by the importer, then only doing for import business or otherwise he cannot to do that type of business through importer. Okay, next we go for another level. Import document used for exporter. Sorry, important document used for importer. What are the documents? When go for procedure, before they are getting a document or otherwise prepare a document, then only you to do that export business. One is for pro forma invoice. That is pro forma invoice means selling bill. Selling bill is must for pro forma invoice. Another one is for intimation of for inspection. Another one is for bill of lading or airway bill. When go for sending a bill through shipping or otherwise air transport, we are using for bill of lading and way bill. Another one is for shipping instructions. What are the instructions given by the importer? That is called as shipping instructions. At the insurance declaration, it is the major and important document. Major and important document is called insurance declaration. Means if there is any losses occurred in transit or in the loading time or in the shipping time, there is a damages occurred, the damage amount should be received from the insurance company. When it was done by the importer, only the insurance is made by a particular product. That only is important for the insurance declarations. Application for certificate of origin. When the importer is origin certificate is must. I am the producing the type of product. The type of product is a sole proprietor for that product. That should be done by the certificate of origin. A master of receipt is must, and the letter of bank collections and negotiation of document. Negotiation document means buying and selling documents. What are the conditions implied in the negotiations? What are the conditions for our payment concept, mode of payment concept, receipt of concept? What are the negotiation between the buyer and the seller? These are the documents are important in the export business. Another one is called free shipments credit. Free shipment credit is another level. Shipment, free shipment and post shipment, two shipment is available in this progress. One is for introduction, classification, packing credit, but eligibility, security, quantum of finance, period of rate of interest. Another one is advance against incentives from government. Pre-shipping credit in foreign countries. Examples, references is must. These are the free shipment credit facilities availed by the exporter as well as an importer. Another one is called as post shipment credit. What is the post shipment credit? It is entered in free shipment credit. When go for post shipment credit, after that loading the business, loading the documents, loading the product, you should be required the following documents. Post shipment credit is a definition as any loan or advances guaranteed by a bank to an export of goods from the date of extending the credit after the shipment of goods to the date of export procedures. The export procedures for post shipment, you do the post shipment credit certificates. Another word is post shipment finance is extended to the following manner: one, negotiation, purchase, discount of export bills under confirmed order and export contracts, and the advantages against export bills sent on collection basis. These are the documents obtained. The role of Eximine Bank. Eximine Bank is the major bank. In the letter of credit given by the Eximine Bank, Eximine means export and import bank. If you are doing for two business, the role of export bank. One is for Export Import Bank of India was established in 1982 for providing finance to the export and import situations. When do for export business or do for import business, you routed through all the transaction through the Eximine Bank to make export competitive on the basis of financial terms of offers by them. What are the financial offers given by a particular company? Another to provide Indian exporters with alternate financial solutions and enable them to become a competent internationally. The Eximine Bank offers a credit facilities for setting up export-oriented units and export processing zone, domestic traffic areas, and unit export at least 20% of their total annual sales sales. These are the credit facilities provided by the Exim Bank. Another one is the bank offers loans from importers, financial institutions and foreign banks. All are intimations given by the Exim Bank. What are the banks doing for export business, import business in India, outside India? These are the matters provided by the Exim Bank. We go for another for export promotion meanings. Export promotion meanings refers to the policy of the government that offers encouragement to the exporters with a view to enhance the export of the country. When doing for export of the country, you refer the policies. What are the policies framed by the government for particularly in India? Frame a foreign trade policies. Foreign trade policies 2020-2019. Every foreign policy framed in the parliamentary that should be followed by the export and importer, rooted through the export and import banks and export import ministries. Duty exemption remission scheme, duty free import authorization, export promotional capital goods scheme, export oriented units, electronic hardware technology park, deemed exports. These are the documents are used in the importers. Another matter is called for role of Credit Guarantee Corporation. It is a corporation, ECGC. It is doing for some other work. Role. What is the role implied by the Export Credit Guarantee Corporations? When it is a primary role is to provide a variety of risk insurance product that covers loss and bad debits and export. If there is any bad debts, if there is any losses occurred in the business, the guarantee corporation given ideas and provide financial assistance and some other assistance regarding for losses occurred in during the transport period. It is also offered export credit insurance. It is also offered by insurance cover to the bank and financial institution, so they can provide third risk coverages. Third risk coverages rooted through credit insurance. That is the major component of the role of export credit guarantee corporations. Another topic is role of Export Promotional Council. It is a council framing various aspects. One is for EPC, that is Export Promotional Council, do not provide financial or other types of direct assistance. There is no direct assistance, direct involvement in this promotional councils. They are doing for purely advice in the guarantee, advice in the chart. Character. What are the characters should be advised? Not a financial position, given advice or guidelines or suggestions what to do in these promotions of export promotions. Another one is that their main role is to project Indians' image abroad as a reliable suppliers of high quality of goods and services. They are doing for a reliable suppliers. Who is the reliable suppliers? That we identify the councils. Another was in particularly it shall encourage and monitor the observation of the international standards and specific by the exporters. Another one is for another level is called as role of export oriented units, EOUS. What is the role? What is the doing for work in these export oriented units? It is introduced in the year 1981. It is complementary to special economic zone in the scheme. In India, there are various economic zones is available. North zone, east zone, south zones and eastern zones are various economic zones available. To increase the export, earn foreign exchange to the country, transfer of latest technology stimulated direct foreign investment. In India, it is Startup India is available for the various general additional employment is available. Role of processing zones, EPZ. There is a role of processing zones. What are the role in the import and export documentation? That is EPZ. attract and encourage transfer of new technology, attract and promote investment of export, lead in industrialization, create and expand foreign exchange earnings, create and increase employment and development of skilled laborers, promote processing of local raw materials for export, value added methods. These are the major part in the import-export documentation. The export processing zones is doing that work for transfer of technology, investment of export, lead industrialization and foreign exchange earnings, employment and development of skilled laborers, and raw materials should be supplied to other countries in value added methods. Role of special economic zones. Special economic zone is available for various work done in the export and import documentations to provide internationally competitive environment, to encourage foreign direct investment and enhance gross domestic product GDP rate, to increase share in the global exports, to act as laboratories for changes in our policies. You go for another is export license. This is a must for doing for export import documentation. It is export license is must. It is a document issued by the appropriate licensing agency, after which an exporter is allowed to transport his product in a foreign market. It depends on the nature of the goods to the transporter as well as the destination port. Payment of import. If the payment means paid the amount to the importer, method of way to payment: consignment purchase, cash in advance, down payment, open payment, documentary collections, letter of credit. Letter of credit given by the bank, documentary collection by the agents, open payment it is entering point payment, down payment it is go for identification of the product, the down payment is 20% should be paid by the receiver, cash in advance is different from the down payment, total amount you frame some sort of amount is an advance payment, it is a prepayment, consignment purchase routed through consignment trade business. Customer clearance. The goods must be clearly from the customer before this can be loaded. This can be loaded on the ship. For obtaining customer clearance, the export for obtaining customer clearance, the export prepares the shipping bill. Shipping bill is a main document on the basis of which the customs office gives the permissions for export. Exercise clearance is another document. As per the Central Excise Traffic Act, excise duty is payable on the materials used in the manufacturing goods. The export has to apply to the concerned excise commissioners in the region with a invoice, selling of goods, processing of ARE1 forms, submission of claims, verification of the application, refund of duty. Thank you for given the opportunity for exports, my views and thoughts and visions in the export and import documentation project. I want to thank you to everybody. Thank you very much.